All right, what is going on, my dudes? We're back here today with war number 4. I think it's supposed to be 5, but it's 4. So we got some more Spidey action today. Ghost and Herc were banned once again. So we have 6 fights with Spidey, and he does a really good job. So we're on path 1 initially. This is probably the easiest fight of the entire war, and it's also a little tough because she's unblockable in the beginning. That's never fun, right? So you never want to deal with an unblockable tiger. That is always, you know, she chases you across the map. But, you know, I haven't taken Path 1 too often. I feel like this unblockable timer, it's quite lengthy, so I feel like I can get in like everything I need to get in here while, you know, she's not unblockable. And so far it's going well. We're at 99% health. She's at 50% health. She's actually at 35 now. That's always a good sign, right? Gonna bait out one more special 1 from her if I possibly can, and go for a special 2 right here, and hopefully this is gonna end it. And it does. A quick 40-second nuke, not even really, because you run out to the field at first. And a nice start to the war. Now up next, we got Power Snack Doom. This fight is definitely a tough fight. But we got a Mr. Fantastic Petrify on. There's Power Snack. There's other stuff, right? Doom has his natural block penetration. But Spidey is an unbelievable Doom counter because he has no buffs. So since he has no buffs, he can't, you know, be shocked. He can't be nullified, right? Gonna start out by dexing. Pause my debuff. Now I have to knock him down. Pause the Mr. Fantastic debuff. Boom. Let's pause everything. Keep it paused. Now the hard part about this fight is when he drops below 50% health, he's going to gain a lot of power. But if you've ever seen my Spidey videos before, you know that's not going to happen, right? So at this point, he has like minus 305% ability power rate, which is like definitely a decent reversal right there. So once he drops below 50% health, which is going to happen any second now, spoiler alert, all right? I want you to watch this power bar. It's going to happen right now. Watch this. So to me, Spidey here with the Mr. Fantastic pre-fight is the best option for this fight, and it's not even like remotely close because he just literally counters every single thing that Dr. Doom has going on. With the Mr. Fantastic pre-fight, he counters his unblockable. He has no buffs, so you can't feed Mystic Dispersion, which is huge. He controls that power burst, which is enormous. That's easily, in my opinion, the hardest part of the fight, that burst of power for backup recovery. On top of Power Snack has no chance to ever, you know, trigger because there's no buffs. And yeah, man, quick and easy Spidey nuke on one of the toughest fights, on one of the, you know, toughest defenders on one of the toughest fights. Up next, we got a really fun one. These next 2 fights are really fun. I was so nervous about this fight, and it turned out to be one of my favorite war fights I've ever done. So let's take a look here at the nodes. So first and foremost, there's Spite. Let me guess it up. Yeah, so there's Spite, right? So Penny's annoying when she throws her special 1. She gets her spider charges, and then she auto blocks, so you don't want that to happen. So Penny on Spite is obviously good placement. There are only really 2 champions in the game who are immune to Spite, and that's Red Guardian and Spidey, right? Because they don't have buffs. So that's gone. But Rise to Power is tough too, and the defender is knocked down. A 4-second timer starts. While active, each time the defender lands a hit or strikes into the block, they gain 30% of a bar of power. So this node was intriguing to me, especially for Spidey here. It's like, what if we use that node to our advantage, possibly? Let's see what happens, right? So I'm throwing on a White Max pre-fight, and my plan is to use Rise to Power to make it so Penny never gets to use a special 1. Let's see if we can do it, okay? So every time I knock her down, which I'm going to do in 1 second here, after I pause my debuff, boom. Now, watch when she hits my block. See that? I'm reversing her power. I'm reversing the power she's supposed to be gaining by hitting my block. So I'm going to do that again. And now I'm going to go for a special 2. Even more power reversal. Watch this. How about that, man? How about that power freaking reversal, dude? Not too bad. So, like I said, my goal here is I want to get through this fight without Penny throwing a special one, because that's when she gets annoying. I don't really know what happened here. I was definitely blocking, but who cares? Doesn't matter. Right? So yeah, we're just reversing everything that she's doing. We're taking a lot of blocked hits, not concerned about the block damage at the moment, right? And we're just keeping that power charge that she's supposed to have up. And yeah, that was a pretty efficient fight right there. Aside from the combo that we took, must have dropped block. It's all good, I guess. But yeah, not the biggest deal. Pretty darn solid fight, man. We have another fight that could be pretty annoying here, and this is going to be Aspect of Evolution, Kinetic Transference, Punisher 2099. So this is obviously really good placement because the Special 1 and Special 2 have 2,000 hits that are going to hit you on the block, right? But with Spidey's Wither debuff, we're not too worried about that, essentially, right? So watch his power the entire time. Same goal. Can we get through the fight without ever seeing a special attack? I don't know. We're gonna find out. All right. Here comes the Special 2. Gonna hold block. Boom. There goes his power. And yeah, it kind of turns into like this game of cat and mouse here, where, as you can see, we're like dashing back and holding block to purposefully take hits to continually drain his power. Now we have 3 Wither debuffs on. 3 of them. Unfortunately, he didn't hit us. That would have been really fun. That would have been a really quick and easy burst, right down to like 0 power. But so far, we've seen 0 special attacks from Penny and 0 special attacks from Punisher 2099. On this path identity here is essentially you block the hits and they gain power, and then it's pretty hard. But we kind of turned it into we block hits and they lose power, and then it's pretty easy. So that's pretty cool. We got 2 more fights here. We have Ebony Maw, who I was a little nervous for because I haven't fought Maw in war for a bit. But we have 3 Mr. Fantastic debuffs on. Huge shout out to Allie, by the way. She knows what that means. Got 3 of our Mr. Fantastic debuffs. Okay? And it's a bit overkill. I'm putting on a 200% science boost. I'm boosted big for the boss. I have suicides on for the boss. And like I said, man, this is just like total overkill here. Like this is going to be mega overkill. So we put on an advanced power boost as well because I want that for the boss. Ebony Maw makes it so we only gain like 70%, right? Gonna go for a nice special 1 charge here. I didn't want to chance the fact that he might have stand your ground. But yeah, after 1 special 2, I mean, dude. Maw isn't like really the most optimal placement here, I don't think, because he doesn't have like very natural ability power rate, right? Mystic Dispersion, I guess, does count, I would imagine, but again, you know, Spidey doesn't have buffs. But yeah, so Spidey was definitely really good for that. I'd say he's probably the best option for it, especially when Torch is banned. But yeah, he did really well. Just lots of damage on that special too. And if you can put a science boost on, you could really chain them back and forth. So definitely feel good about doing that fight again with him if I have to. But yeah, we did this Mags boss last war. Magneto is a very common boss. One reason why I think that is just because, you know, he really does. There are a lot of metal champions in the game. So at the end of the day, this is so annoying, by the way, what he's doing all the way in the corner. At the end of the day, it really does limit the amount of champions that you could bring for the boss just because you don't want to fight him with anybody who's metal, right? So right away, you know, you put Mags as a boss, you ban Hercules, who in my opinion is the best option for him, right? Then you go, I feel like Spidey's probably a solid number 2. He's really good for this fight. I've done it a bunch of times now at this point, right? I like to go for the special 3. You got this very, very long 25-second slow, I think it's 25 seconds, slow debuff that can be extended pretty much indefinitely. So you go for a power start 1 boost, right? You get to the special 3, and then you get the slow debuff on, and then that's pretty much it. The slow debuff counts for 4 unique debuffs. I have a Rupture, a Wither, and I put the physical vulnerability on 2 for 2 reasons. Number 1, to just aid in that despair healing, heal block, right? Because I need 7 debuffs guaranteed. And then I also have the heavy attack here, the exhaustion. Another reason is because the special 2 does burst damage based on how many unique debuffs we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 more from the slow. So 8 unique debuffs here. We're going to watch a really big special 2 now. From 64% health all the way down to 42% health. That's really good. Really good. And on top of that, of course, there's that nice, resistance here on the True Strike node. So yeah, Spidey is just great for this fight in general. Lots of stuff going on here that's really good for him. We're ignoring a lot of the high ground damage too because of it. But yeah, one of my favorite things about his Sig ability, by the way, is the increased combat power rate that he has when there's a Wither debuff on the opponent. I think that's a very nice, underrated ability. It really allows me to get back and chain these special 2s very quickly. Here, I don't really know what I was doing. I was kind of like toying with him a little bit. I was like, let's see if the ruptures can kill him. I really don't. I think if I ate a special 3 from him right now, I'd probably be down to like 60% health. So I was like, I wonder if the ruptures can kill him. Then I was like, he's healing. So I went and I just killed him with a slow combo. But yeah, definitely a really solid war. My man, Spidey 2099, put it in work once again. Yeah, that's going to be it for this one. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop your boy a big old like. Comment what you think about this really great showcase by Spidey in the comment section below. And make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future Spidey 2099 videos, which I am sure will be coming. One of my favorite channels, as you guys know. I'll be seeing you around.